The internet asked Emiru about her opinion on the US immigration, but the audience didn't like the answer and started criticizing her. She clearly admits she don't feel informed or comfortable speaking on it and instantly gets labeled suspicious. The expectation now seems to be that every large streamer must publicly comment on major public issues or risk being accused of secretly supporting the worst possible position. Critics argue that with influence comes responsibility, that if you have a platform, you owe your audience clarity. Defenders push back, saying that not every entertainer is a political commentator.
It's like, I mean, yeah, a lot of people were getting mad at Emmy for not wanting to comment on politics, but yeah, I did see that. It's just stupid. It's of course, right, the usual suspects, right? The same usual hostile, aggressive bullies on the internet.
And forcing opinions out of people who aren't informed doesn't help anyone. This clash has become one of the most common forms of online drama in streaming communities, especially on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube commentary channels that thrive on influencer controversies, streamer backlash, and viral clips.
It's like you're either with us or you're against us. You either have to tell us our opinion back to us, or we attack you as if you have the opposite one, which is bullshit.
What makes this debate explode every time is the way pressure is applied. It's rarely a calm, hey, this topic matters, you might want to talk about it. Instead, it's accusations, screenshots, and loaded language designed to corner someone into compliance. The demand isn't really for education or growth, it's for agreement. If the streamer echoes the expected opinion, the mob moves on. If they hesitate, they're framed as dangerous, fake, or morally compromised.
I don't see how people that do that can think that they're in the right at all. It's very frustrating for me to see something like that, especially whenever it's someone who's not even involved.
This turns political discourse into a loyalty test, not a conversation, and that's where many creators draw the line.
Like, it's basically like these are the people that say that, well, nothing is politics if it's my opinion, but anything that you agree with isn't politics. I find this to be very problematic. I don't like it at all.
He's right. Just because you don't publicly state who you support doesn't mean she doesn't care. She just doesn't want you to know. She doesn't want to be involved in politics. Everyone doesn't have to have a public opinion. Leave people alone.
And she's not a political streamer? No, she's not even involved in that at all. Like, she has nothing to do with that.
Asmongold stepped in to defend the idea of boundaries, arguing that choosing not to comment is not the same as endorsing something harmful.
And you've got to keep in mind, the reason why a lot of people don't talk about politics is it's because they don't want to seem uneducated or like get their opinion out there. Like, I mean, Emmy's a big streamer, right?
From this perspective, silence is an opt-out, not a statement. Not everyone wants to use their platform to discuss topics they don't regularly research, especially when a single misstep can permanently damage their reputation. The irony is that critics often say, just do your research, but real research takes time, nuance, and care.
And so really, I mean, if somebody doesn't feel comfortable talking about something, then anybody who's trying to bully them into talking about it really doesn't actually want them to talk about it. What they want is for that person to agree with them.
Things that don't mix well with live chat spams and clipped out of context moments. On the other side, there's a growing belief among streamers that transparency is mandatory. Audiences deserve to know who they are supporting financially and morally. They say that refusing to answer creates distrust, especially when controversies stack up around associations, lawsuits, or past behavior. This mindset reframes political opinions as basic decency checks rather than ideological statements, blurring the line between ethics and activism. The problem is that once that line disappears, neutrality becomes impossible, and every non-answer is treated as hostile. Not really defending her, he's mainly commenting on how Denims is using cringe tactics. He even says she should have said something, but that at this point, it would sound fake. This entire saga reflects a bigger shift in influencer culture. The game has changed. Streamers are no longer seen as just entertainers. They're brands, symbols, and lightning rods. With that comes increased scrutiny, but also unrealistic expectations, demanding that every gamer, variety streamer, or lifestyle creator having polished takes on complex political systems doesn't raise awareness. It incentivizes performative answers. Even critics admit that once the pressure campaign starts, any statement made afterwards sound forced, calculated, or fake. So what's the takeaway here? This isn't about defending or attacking one streamer. It's about recognizing a pattern where online spaces confuse silence with guilt and disagreement with danger. Forcing creators to speak on topics they don't cover regularly doesn't create progress. It creates fear, fake consensus, and endless drama. drama. If the goal is real change, bullying entertainers into scripted statements might be the least effective strategy imaginable, and until that realization hits, expect this cycle of backlash, defense, and distraction to keep repeating, louder, faster, and somehow even more online than before. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers!